Hi there. How are you? Good. My name is Calliope, and I will be your physician today. Alright. Are you nervous? You don't need to be. Believe me, it's a very painless process. So, as I was looking at my charts, I had noticed that you haven't been to a doctor in a while. Yeah? Is there any reason for that? Okay, lapse in current coverage. Yeah, I understand that. So, the more important thing is that you're here now, so we can get you taken care of. Alright, so I've got just a bit of basic information I need to ask from you. So this would be things like your name, age, stuff like that, and then we'll get kind of into your health history, and then I'll do a bit of an exam, okay? Alright. So what is your full name? Okay. Would you mind spelling that surname for me? Alright, perfect. And your date of birth? Alrighty, and that would make you how old? Alright, and what is your ethnicity? Okay, well, the reason we ask this question is because there are a lot of diseases that run in certain ethnicity groups. For example, sickle cell anemia in Africans, or other kind of diseases, based on genetics. So we just would like to take more of a precautionary measure with that based on what things you could be prone to. Okay. Alright, and what gender do you identify as? Okay. So, I imagine my nurse grabbed your height and weight, is that correct? Okay. Do you happen to remember what she had said your height was? Alright, and your weight? Okay, and I will definitely double check that. It's just, we're moving computing systems, so I get to do it all by hand, just like clinicals. So I will calculate your BMI later when I have my information backed up. Alright, so a little bit about your medical history. So just answer these questions as best as you can. I will definitely be speaking to your previous doctors and try to get as much as I can, but first-hand accounts are always the best. Okay? Alright. So, do you have any chronic conditions, things you've been living with for a long time? Okay, this would be like diabetes or high blood pressure, heart disease, asthma, things like that. Okay. And when were you diagnosed with that? A few years ago? Okay. Do you happen to remember the doctor that diagnosed you with that? And where did you see them at? Okay, yeah, not too far from here. Okay, I will definitely follow up with them, and we'll make sure to make a more detailed account of that in your records. In the last 2 years, do you recall having any serious acute conditions? This could be like pneumonia or mono, something you could have been hospitalized for, or at least medicated pretty heavily for, steroids, opiates, things like that. Alright, cool. Have you had any major surgeries in the last 2 years? I know that kind of coincides with the acute conditions, but sometimes things like wisdom teeth aren't exactly an acute condition. Alright. Okay. Did you make a fairly normal recovery from that? Okay, good. Alright. So, do we have your medication list? Okay, you did give it up to the front office. Alright. So, would you just remind me on anything you're taking now in the dosage? Okay. Alright, are you taking any supplements or multivitamins? Alright. Okay, do you have any health concerns at this time? Whether this be weight or exercise or mentality or, you know, anything like that? Anything you have questions about? Okay. Alright, so general uneasiness lately. Okay. Kind of queasy. A lot of sneezing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably allergies, especially for this time of year, and we're having a lot of stuff blooming and then all the insects. I mean, it's a mess. But I can definitely take a look for you. Yeah. Alright, so my nurse did grab your temperature, is that correct? Okay, good. Do you happen to remember what she had said about that? Okay, yeah, I can double check with her. That's not a problem. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and grab your heart rate, if that is okay. Just set my clipboard there. Alright. Just let me warm this up a bit. Usually quite cold. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and pull your shirt down a little bit, not too much, just enough to get you to your chest, okay? Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright, perfect. Alright, 72 beats per minute. Very normal. Nothing wrong there. And if you don't mind just holding out your wrist for me, I'd like to take a pulse from you. Some things we can have issues with having a very strong heartbeat, but a really weak pulse. So I just want to double check that we're not having any issues with that. Okay, hold out your wrist for me, please. Okay. Nice, strong, and steady. Perfect. Alright, I have no qualms about that. Pulse, normal. Okay, I just want to take a listen to your heart and your lungs real quick. Alright, so I'm going to put this back on. Alright, there we go. Okay, big breath in for me, please. And out. Okay, deep breath in. And out. Deep breath in. And out. Okay, that sounded real good. I'm just going to move to the back of you real quick and have a listen to your lungs back there. Alright. Okay. Deep breath in for me, hon. And out. Deep breath in. And out. Alright, one last one. Deep breath in. And out. Alright. Your lungs sound healthy as a horse, my friend. Okay, just fine. Do you happen to run at all? Okay, a touch. Yeah, you just had a very, very strong, steady heartbeat, so and your lungs sounded extremely strong. So I wasn't hearing any kind of congestion, anything like that. So that still leads me to believe that maybe the uneasiness, under the weather feeling you're having is probably allergies. Lung function normal. Okay, now I want to grab a blood pressure from you quick. You did say you didn't have any issues with high blood pressure, is that correct? Okay. Yeah, let me just grab my handy dandy sphygmomanometer. Yeah, quite a handful to say. No idea why they made that so hard. Alright, I'm just going to put this on real quick if you wouldn't mind holding it out. Alright. Okay. Now, I'm just going to hold this. My apologies, I'm getting all tangled up. I'm just going to hold this on the crease of your elbow real quick. If you wouldn't mind just relaxing your arm for me. Alright, just like that. Alright, perfect. Alright, sweetheart, I'm gonna get that off you real quick. Okay. Yeah, since you haven't said that you were having any issues with high blood pressure, I don't need to take it from both sides. I trust your circulatory system. Alright, very normal. 25%. Okay. So for this part, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of check your lymph nodes and make sure everything is normal there. So I'm just going to put on a pair of gloves. Set that down. I won't be needing that anymore. Alright. I'll just drop my gloves because that's super sanitary. Alright. These are not nearly as fun as the latex gloves we used to have. But we don't really want anybody breaking out in hives nowadays. Alright, hon. So I'm just going to go ahead and again feel your lymph nodes and just around your neck. Any lumps, bumps, anything like that. Okay? Alright, hon. That feels just fine. They're just a tad bit swollen, but again, I imagine that is just allergies. However, even though I'm saying that that's what I want to point to, if you're having any issues whatsoever, any kind of worsening symptoms, please do let us know, because I don't want to write off something as simple as just allergies when there might be something more going on. Okay? Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and just check your eyes real quick. So I've got a handy dandy little flashlight. Can't seem to find my pen light, but it's all the same. So I'm just going to go ahead and yep, just look at my nose, hon. Alright, perfect. Yep. Yep, that's looking just fine. Alright, do you mind if I go ahead and look up in your nose? Yeah, I know that's kind of uncomfortable, but I just want to make sure there isn't any inflammatory issues or any kind of blockages. Alright, so just tilt your head back. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, so not too uncomfortable, I hope. Alright, would you mind opening your mouth for me and saying ah, just letting your tongue roll forward? Alright, little wider for me, please. Alright. Okay. Looks all good. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and check your ears real quick. Not gonna do any kind of deep scoping, just wanna get a little look-see in there, see if there's any blockages, any inflammation, any irritation, anything like that. Okay? Alright, you just stay there. Okay, well, that's good. Alright, so I'm noticing on one of your ears that you've got kind of a redness going on in your ear canal. Have you felt any kind of blockages, or have you had any issues with earwax lately? Any kind of things you might have gotten stuck in there? Okay, it has been bothering you? Alright, so that doesn't look like too much. I mean, it definitely might be from you messing with it. Yeah, going a little hard on the Q-tips lately. Okay, well, it's probably just some irritation and just a little bit of blockage. I would like to refer you to an ENT doctor, just so they can check that out for me, and if needed, they can give you an ear cleaning. I would feel a lot better about it if they were going to give you a nice, good cleaning, good scope of it. Okay? Does that sound alright? Okay, perfect. Alright, so I'm going to give you a referral to that clinic. I know a very good doctor, so she'll help you out. Okay? And if you're having any worsening symptoms with the allergies, the stuffiness, anything like that, then she can definitely help with that as well. So, actually, while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of feel on your sinuses, just if there's any tenderness, any pressure. So that's been going around lately too. We are never free from disease, are we? C'est la vie, right? Such is life. Alright, sweetheart, do you mind if I just get up real close into you? Alright, not into you, but you know what I mean. So, alright, hon. Does that feel okay to you? Alright, just right up into your forehead and right in that area. Is that feeling okay? Alright. Yeah, not too tender. Okay, that's good. Yeah, sinus pressure is just the worst. So I'm pretty happy about how you are at this point. So how are you feeling? Alright, not too traumatized, I hope. Alright. So again, I'm going to refer you to that clinic, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and give you this. This is your copy of my notes for the day, as well as your referral notice at the bottom. Alright, so if you want to hand that up to the front desk, they can make you a formal referral that you can hand into that clinic. Okay, so at this point, I don't need to see you for anything unless your uneasiness, under the weatherness. If that's acting up anymore, go ahead and call me and we can set up another appointment. Otherwise, I'd like to see you back in a couple months for a physical exam. Okay? Does that sound alright to you? Alright. Alright, here's that for you. Okay. Well, you have a good day, sweetheart. I hope you make it out in one piece. Traffic's pretty horrible, huh? Yeah, they've been doing construction like none other. There are only 2 seasons in the Midwest: construction and snow. Alright, it was really nice to meet you. Alright, drive safe, hon. Bye now.